I should not have been. It was written that 23 years ago, in the year of the Fire Horse, a deity would be reborn in the body of a mortal man. A savior, destined to unite our people and show us the way to the Promised Land. Instead, I was born from my mother's dying body, and my people wept. They said I was a portent of doom. Maybe they were right. My clan believed this sword was forged in heaven for a deity. No mortal may wield it in battle without its power draining their life. The clan's duty is to protect the sacred weapon. Even in our darkest moments, the sword was never to be used. But I wielded the heavenly sword, savored the grace and fury in my blows, never once forgetting what I was offering for such power. Days ago, I made my fatal choice. The pact is at an end. Now I must pay the price. I had never been one for prayer. The gods seldom listen. There was a time when I would have welcomed death, but now I would walk through hell for a chance to change this.
No! No, wait! Why have you taken me now? Please, send me back. Let me go. Without me, they will perish. Answer me! I am not ready to die. Not yet.
Bohan, a king from a distant country, seeks the heavenly sword. He seeks it as a symbol of his dominance over my clan, and with it, his dominance over the land. Bohan has hunted us for months, and he is relentless. My people are great warriors, but we cannot run forever.
Kai!
I don't like these drones. I don't like them.
We've got to get to the fort. Now! We'll be trapped like rats in here.
Even rats can become tigers when trapped.
And tigers make great trophies when skinned.
Enough! Climb the walls and keep watch.
As you command, Father.
What are you waiting for? Barricade the doors!
Yes, Master Shen.
They're scaling the walls!
Heavenly Sword, I struggled for a little while on whether or not I should actually record this game. About the last week or so, I've really just wondering, should I upload it, should I not? I am going to have some other games coming, but for now I think I am finally going to get this uploaded. I have to get something uploaded now. So this was a game released for the PlayStation 3 back in 2007, and it's got two difficulties, Hell Mode and Normal. And you can't play Hell Mode until you beat the game once on Normal. So I'm playing on Normal, and the only real difference between Normal and Hell Mode is that the enemies do a heck of a lot more damage, and I think that's about it. It's a God of War clone, to put it nicely, and it's actually probably one of my favorite God of War clones. I played God of War, the first one, back when it came out on the PlayStation 2, and really did not like it very much. But I did like Heavenly Sword when I finally played it, and I still think to this day Heavenly Sword has some of the best cutscenes in any game I've ever experienced, and it's got some of the best voice acting, probably in part thanks to Andy Serkis being a very huge part in the dramatic direction, I think is what they called it for this game. And he also plays King Bohan, and it's just a really fun game. It lived in my memory for many, many years, but it's also old, and it really shows how far we've come in just the last 12 or so years now. I mean, this was during a time in 2007 when games were being praised for being open world. Games like Oblivion, and then 4 years later we got Skyrim. And every now and then a game would attempt to do open world, but none of them quite could achieve it like MMOs could, or Elder Scrolls or Fallout games. But we still were having games like this one, Heavenly Sword, which were very linear. You couldn't wander anywhere, really no collectibles to speak of, and it's just interesting to see how far we've come. And the other thing that I thought was weird was how this game plays in 720p, even though it's on the PlayStation 3, which at the time was the only console capable of outputting in 1080p. And it still lagged a little bit in some places on my PlayStation 3, and I don't know if it'll show up too much in the recording, it usually doesn't, but I was actually getting a boatload of screen tearing on my TV, and that means on PC if your screen tears you don't have vertical sync on, so I don't know if that wasn't on this game, if that wasn't enabled in this game, or if it was something with my TV or what, but this was one of the maybe more technologically ambitious games, because there's a couple of sections that have huge army, just huge armies you're going to be fighting, and it's unlike any game that I can even think of to this day that has done it like this game has, and it's a lot of fun, but it probably put a lot of strain on those older consoles. And this was during the time of the Xbox 360 and the Nintendo Wii, so we're not talking about a whole lot of horsepower here to work with. I always hoped that they would mention remaking this game, but there's probably not enough money in that. I mean, just an HD remake, I think that would be really awesome to play that on the PlayStation 4 or the upcoming PlayStation 5. And if you're interested in what other kinds of games Ninja Theory, the creators of this one, have made, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, is probably one of the more recent ones that you'll recognize, but other ones would be, I think, Enslaved Odyssey to the West, and that was another failed game, but still a very good one, and it seems for a while Ninja Theory was very good at making failed yet good games, but they seem to be turning around by now. Anyway, that's going to be all of my yapping for this video. I'm going to continue on in the next one for this Heavenly Sword playthrough.
Shen. He has always been my tutor first, and my father second. My accursed birth and the death of my mother were hard for him. I fear that part of him can never truly forgive me for that.
There! Look! Another wave approaching! One battle at a time, brothers. One battle at a time.
Fought well, men. You have honored your ancestors.
You know why this is happening, don't you?
Now is not the time. We cannot afford to fight amongst ourselves.
Let him speak.
You know as well as I do. We all know who brought this curse down upon us.
I am no curse!
Enough! This war is of one person's making, that much is true. But that person is not Nariko. This
Come on, Shen. How long have we known each other? Stop hiding from the
is
truth.
King Bohan's war. Even as an arrogant young prince, he was capable of cruelty beyond measure. Now he commands an entire army. We fight together or we die alone. And that means all of us. Assassins. Approaching from the forest. Kai. Kai. Listen to me, Kai. I want you to climb the trees and shoot at any soldiers you can see. Can you do that for me?
Twing Twang. Is it playtime? Yes.
Nariko, where do you think you're going?
You've had your playtime. It's Kai's turn now.